I'm gonna call this one Life with Boobie. And here's the question. Now, do you feel like it's okay for a woman to hit a man? And would it be wrong if a man hit a woman back? There are some women who feel like because they're women, it justifies them hitting a man and a man not hitting them back. There's some women who feel like because they're women, they are entitled to do things that they don't want the repercussion back to. Right? There's some women who feel like they're equivalent to a man physically. I'm going to share a personal experience with you. Right? My personal experience. Bronx, New York, Roosevelt High School. There was this girl named Octavia. Now, Octavia was making fun of me. My lip, you know, I'm a little different. My lip is a little different. Cool. She's making fun of me. Me and her go back and forth. I'm not one of those that's going to allow people to slide with shit. We're arguing back and forth in between periods in the hallway, right? Really no big deal. It's verbal. You know, it's kids being kids. You know, whatever. We're in the lunchroom. This is the cafeteria. Both of us are at the same place at the same time for a long period of time. We're still arguing back and forth. That's why you don't got no lip. Well, that's why you're fat. Now, let me give you a physical description of what Octavia looks like. Now, number one, I'm tall in high school. I'm like 5'8", maybe 5'9". At that time, I'm still growing. She's taller than me. I'm about 145 pounds soaking wet. I was skinnier than what I am today. She's about 200 pounds. She got at least 100 pounds on me, right? Aggressive, masculine. You know, she dressed like a boy. She spoke like a boy. She hung out with the boys. She was the girl who thought she was a boy, right? That used to sit there and try to somehow bully guys who were smaller than her, not realizing just because a guy is smaller than you doesn't mean he won't knock you the fuck out. Whatever. Cool. Now, I'm sitting down at my table. I have my girlfriend in between my legs. Ebony Barksdale, I'm gonna tag you. You remember this story, right? Cool. Ebony is about 95 pounds, right? She's a skinny little thing. I'm a skinny little thing. We two skinny little things. And she's watching me go back and forth, argue with the girl who's like 6 tables away, right? You don't got no lip, bitch. I know that. Well, you're fat, right? Your mom is dead. You look like a man, right? Apparently, one of the comments I made triggered her. So she decided that she was going to walk from one side of the cafeteria to the other side of the cafeteria. Mind you, I still got my girl in between my legs, right? 95 pounds, 200 pounds. She slaps me, bow, right? Now, the first one is free. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to walk away from that one. She comes up for a second one. That hand turns into a fist. Now, the first one is free. The second one I'm charging you for. I got up and I beat that bitch's ass. I beat her ass so bad, right, that I got jumped by the entire cafeteria. I fought 50, 60 people, plus security, plus the cops that came upstairs because the precinct is downstairs. Now, it's crazy because how society looked at that, right? When she smacked me, everybody just saw her smacking me. Nobody did nothing about it. He must have deserved it somehow. He said something that hurt her feelings. Now, when they saw me get up and put the same hands back on her that she put on me, that's when I got jumped and they had to defend the woman. They had to defend the girl. I fought 50, 60 people that day. I fought the precinct that was downstairs that had to come upstairs to deal with this. I fought security that was there. I fought every guy in that cafeteria, plus other women that was jumping in. Everybody was getting hands. To this day, you know, people who went to high school, you that guy? Yes, I'm that guy. Now, I don't believe it's okay for a man to hit a woman, especially unprovoked. But I do feel like to every cause there's an effect. If you have to defend yourself, you should be able to. Being a woman does not justify you treating men and abusing men and doing things to men that you wouldn't like to be done to you. And then after school, that same girl that I beat up ended up jumping the girl that I was with. she's my ex now, but ended up jumping her because she couldn't get to me because I was too tied up in the precinct dealing with, you know, my aunt coming in to deal with the whole situation and shit. She tried to go home by herself. Her and her friend got jumped. What's her name? Anisha, Anastasia, Ashanti, something with an A. I'm gonna tag you too. I got you on Facebook, and I'm gonna tag you too, Ebony, because I'm catching flashbacks here, right? There's some women who genuinely feel like they can do things to men and not expect a consequence. There's some women who feel like they're equivalent to a man's physical ability. There are 14-year-old boys who can beat up 33, 34, 35-year-old women. There are teenagers out here who are biologically more equipped to be able to deal with a grown woman easily. We're made different. We're stronger. We're quicker. Women are not built to be that way. But somehow some women think that they're equivalent to a man. But they don't want the consequence that comes with it. In New York, a lot of women, some women, sorry, because I don't want nobody to be offended, there's some women who are like men. They may look like a woman, but they will talk to you like a man. Yo, what's good, my nigga? Yo, what's good? We gonna shoot that shot? Like, let's drink. They act like men. Because some women in New York have a lot of masculine traits. This just happened to be one woman who had to find out the hard way that she was still a woman. I hit her with everything. I hit her with the Hodugit. I hit her with the Ryukin. I hit her with everything. I hit her with everything, right? While she's falling out, right? That's when I'm fighting the whole fucking cafeteria, and I stand on it. Because I wasn't going to sit there and allow her to beat my ass just because she's a woman and then beat up my girl. Because my first priority is to make sure that, number one, my girl is safe. Number two, I'm safe. And I would do the same thing, and even now to this day. And especially, like, you know, people say all the time, like, yo, if your girl is getting jumped, are you gonna sit there and jump in, or you're not gonna jump in? I'm beating them bitches' asses. If my girl's getting jumped and there's 10 girls against one of my girls, all 10 of them girls are leaving there with a missing tooth or a black eye, guaranteed. Because it's my job to protect what's mine. That's in my nature. My woman is my priority, not everybody else. And then from the outside, it would look like I'm just beating up a whole bunch of women. No. I could try to separate the fight, but I can't separate the fight against 10 women jumping on one woman. I'm gonna get jumped. So logically, the only thing I could do to rectify this situation is to knock everybody out. And then we can go home and we can talk about it like, damn, babe, what the fuck did you do to make them so goddamn angry? And then me and my girl gonna probably have some words. I would hope if she's my girl, then there'd be a logical explanation why she put me in that predicament, right? But my main priority is to make sure what's mine is safe. That's the same thing with my daughter. If my daughter hits a certain age and she's getting jumped by 10 girls, it's gonna be 10 hurt girls. Because my daughter's my priority. I guess you can call me an asshole for that, but I do believe that men should be able to defend what's theirs, and we should be able to defend ourselves. There's a lot of men who get physically abused every fucking day, and they're afraid to sit there and stand up for themselves or defend themselves. I ain't that guy. Equal rights, equal fights. Women wanted equality so goddamn bad. So, shit. Enjoy the equality. Don't be mad because a man's hands is bisexual. Everybody can get it. E for everybody. But I wouldn't go over there and just hit a woman just because. I wouldn't do that. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like if a man and a woman's arguing and a man decides he wants to sit there and beat a bitch's ass for no fucking reason, he's wrong. He should go to jail. There should be a consequence. There should be a community of men that beat that man up. especially if he initiated it. But if the man is a victim, he has to defend himself by all means. Do what you gotta do. Life of Boobie. I just caught a flashback, but I'm gonna tag y'all on this one. Ebony Barksdale and Ashanti. I think her name was Ashanti. Aisha. There we go. Aisha. I remember you. Yeah. Life of Boobie.